Hello everyone, I'm just getting ready for my day. It is a Sunday and I thought I would sit down and give you a little update on how things are going with Aaron being away. As you know, life has changed significantly, like next level, gone out the door, a whole 180 switch up, which is fine. I'm used to it. It doesn't get easier though. That's the thing. People think, oh, he goes away a lot. It's like, cool, yeah, but it never gets easier. Every time is a new way that we need to readjust to his football endeavours. So yeah, while I'm getting ready, I just thought I would sit down and do like a little chit chat. I've done half of my makeup. What am I up to? Okay, yeah. So yes, Aaron, as you saw in the last video, he went off to Singapore and he's currently in the midst of a very intense pre-season. Like when I say intense, like 4 hours of training in the morning and then 4 hours of training at night. That's a lot. That is a lot to adjust to. And as well, the climate is crazy hot, crazy humid, all the rest of it, but I'll let him tell you about that. So yes, we've been adjusting to the new way of our life, and it's a lot of FaceTime, and just, yeah, I think we do it very quickly in the sense of get into a rhythm. We figure out his break times, we figure out my break times, and we just make that work. So usually it's after his morning training session or before as well that we talk to each other, and then he goes off to training, and then we speak after as well, and then we kind of have the free time depending on my schedule to talk in between that. I'm not leaving my face like this, don't worry. So yes, we have adapted to that, which is great. And yeah, it's just how we make it work. It's all good. But pre-season, very intense. And as you could imagine, actually maybe you can't imagine, but being with a professional athlete is another breed of human being. Their physical and mental performance is incredibly important. So yeah, it can change very quickly depending on having a good session or, performing well in training, getting the results that you want. So that is always quite up and down. So it takes a specific kind of person as well to be partnered with someone who's physically exhausted and also mentally, because it's a lot to, take on. But I think where I'm at and this lifestyle that we have being separate, it kind of helps, because during this time, it's kind of like he's in a training camp sort of situation. It's all training, it's all, eating the right foods, refueling the right way. So it doesn't really make sense for me to go and visit right now. I would probably have 2 hours, 3 hours throughout the day with him, and then I'd just be off on my own. So right now it's not really on the list for me to visit him during pre-season, which is fine, because I just let you do what you do, boo. I get it. I couldn't even imagine how tough that would be for someone to, yeah, do that day in, day out, and then have to recover, and then also have a relationship and show up in that relationship. So yes, newfound appreciation for that, for sure. But yeah, I mean, I'm holding it down here in Sydney, and he's getting it done over in Singapore, and I'm planning to go for his first game, which is on the 23rd weekend of August. And yeah, that's in like a month-ish, because it's the 20th today. So I'm going to leave on the 20th and sort of get myself settled, so he doesn't need to worry about me trying to get settled during his first game weekend. But I'm only going to go for just a holiday, like a little trip. But we have been looking at all the things to do, and I'm very excited because I have been to Singapore, I think, twice before. I think so. I mean, I've been in the airport that many times that it almost feels like I've been to Singapore a lot. But yeah, it's a city where it is a stopover for a lot of countries. So it's a great airport as well. Like, it's massive. I'll let Aaron tell you about his adaptation to life in Singapore, but I think he's adjusting, and it's a great location for him to be. It's a very, opulent city, and you can experience some really cool like restaurants, and there's a lot of things that you can do there. It's a great country for Aaron to be in, and yeah, it's a great country for me to visit. There's lots of things to do there. We've been saving so many restaurants and things to do, attractions and whatnot. So I'm very excited to go and visit him there when I do. But yeah, I'm just like balancing work, family, social life, and also, the shift in Aaron being away. Aaron does a lot while he's here. So it's such a difference due to the fact that Aaron is a very hands-on person at home, and that's due to the fact that he is here at home, really just focusing on our relationship, our home, being here, but also doing other things. But he's very, very, present when he's here. So he takes on a lot of things at home. For myself, it almost makes me like switch off my brain. I don't need to do much when he's here. He cooks, he cleans, he looks after our like routines. Like, my vitamins will be ready on the bench. My coffee will be in my hand when I need it. Like, he just knows. He organizes everything. So yeah, adjusting to that. It's been 2 weeks now, I think. Yeah, just over 2 weeks. So I think the toughest part is done. She's adjusted, she's adapted, but changes are always going to happen. Also, if you can hear dogs outside my door, that is because I have 3 at the moment. I have Ollie, I have Cookie, and I have Cozzy. Yes, because people are overseas and I'm taking care of them, which is cute. It's been nice for Ollie to have people here, and it's also been nice for me to have a lot of company around. I think what's been surprisingly easy is like just doing my own thing and being on my schedule and not have to worry about someone else's schedule, which, as a relationship, as a person in a relationship, you do need to consider the other person's schedule and also make it work with yours. But this is just on a different level. I'm obviously considering his schedule in terms of training when he's not here so that we can have FaceTime together. But yeah, what's surprisingly been really hard is obviously taking on the role of literally being, I'd say, a single person again, like living in this apartment on my own and just having the space to myself. And I think because I got so used to Aaron being here, the hardest part was then literally being on my own again and having to do things on my own and just growing back into myself, which has been really nice, you know, because I was, I guess, single for like a good 2 years before I got into the relationship with Aaron. So that was like, you know, a really good time for me. I got to do so many things that I hadn't done before, and it was a great experience. So yeah, just going back into my own skin and my own self and having this space for myself is very important, and just owning that. So yeah, that's been a really nice experience for me to just, I guess, reflect and just have this time to just be present in myself and realign with me and what I want to do. Not that, you know, being in a relationship or being with Aaron has taken that away, but it has really given me the space, which I believe is important in a relationship regardless. I think one of the hardest things is like missing the everyday moments, like, I don't know, just going for a walk, waking up next to each other, just doing things together, like the most littlest things, like making a coffee together, going for a coffee together, being able to spend quality time together. That has been the hardest thing about, you know, being away from each other. But, you know, the little things do help. The FaceTimes, the routines, I guess, you know, Aaron sending me stuff just to remind me. Like he sent me some shoes the other day, which was very cute. He sent me cookies. He sent me, you know, a lot of food and things like that. So yeah, that's been a way that we can still, I guess, give to each other, even though we're not physically with each other, which I think is important to remember in a long distance relationship. I honestly think long distance, it works for me and him at the moment. We get to focus on ourselves, we get to do our own things. That's where we're both at in terms of our career. So that definitely helps us, because I'm here doing and focused on what I want to do, and he's there focused on what he wants to do, and we're both okay with that. We both, you know, prefer it that way. I think, well, from my end, I do. And even though, yes, it's nice for him to be here and at home, that's not where his career is at the moment. So for him to be away and doing his thing, it's amazing, and it's amazing to see him thrive and enjoy that, and he updates every day about how he's going and how much he's loving it, and that makes me obviously happy, but also, you know, absolutely over the moon for him, because that's what he wants and that's his goals, and I want to see him achieve his goals. But yeah, I mean, I could say that the biggest challenges about being long distance is that, you know, you could, and especially with, I guess, high performing people like ourselves, you could get me on a bad day, and you could get him on an incredibly tired, exhausted day, when, you know, I might be super excited to speak to him and I have so much energy and on the end of the phone, it's like, hi babe, I'm exhausted, or I am so sore, I'm so tired and whatnot. I could be the same as well. You know, he could call me and I've had a terrible sleep, or I've just had a incredibly massive day at work. That's probably the most challenging thing, because he's not here to experience what I have gone through or have seen. So he doesn't actually get my body language, or he doesn't get, that I maybe need space, or that, all I want is just to have some silence for like an hour or half an hour. That is obviously one of the biggest challenges, because you don't know where someone's at, and it's hard to get that through the phone. But, I think the biggest thing about that is we communicate. We have a very strong communication, and that's the basis of why our relationship works. If we didn't have that, I think it would be very hard to have a long distance relationship, because you're not vocalizing how you're feeling, and you're also not vocalizing where you guys are at. I think it's so important to be solid on where you're at, and 100% on that. Like, I don't want to be guessing, and this, I do not at all not trust Aaron. I trust him wholeheartedly. Like, I've given him my heart, and I'm like, you take it and you keep it safe. Same with him. So, sorry, I just needed to do that because I was looking very powdery. But yeah, as I was saying, we trust each other wholeheartedly, and I think it's important to have that basis when you are in a long distance relationship, because there cannot be any second guessing. There cannot be any question in your mind when you are in a long distance relationship. I feel like that is a very, would I say dangerous? It's just not a nice place to be. You want to make sure you're solid. You want to make sure that your relationship's solid, and you continue to communicate where you guys are at. And we do that on a regular basis. But yeah, having that solid basis of a relationship, to be like, I know that I am safe in terms of my heart with you, and you are with me, and we're going to make this work, and we are going to make sure that this relationship is a priority for ourselves. We both said when we first got into this 3 years ago, wow, it's been 3 years, we both said work is very important to us. I said that, and he said that, and he agreed. So work means that if he has to travel, he's going to travel, and he's going to do what he needs to do. Same with me. If I need to do something for work, that first and foremost comes before a lot of things for me. But with the relationship, we have also made sure that each other know that it is a priority, and we want this together and want to make it work regardless. And the fact that this works for us, it might not work for a lot of people. I mean, I get questions all the time. How do you do long distance? How do you get through, what you do? And I'm like, well, it suits me. It suits Aaron at the moment and where we're at in our lives and our careers. And that might change in the future, but for now, it works. But yeah, I guess you've heard Aaron's side of it as well. And yeah, we just wanted to give you a little update, because, it is and has been a tough 2 weeks for myself. It's been a very tough 2 weeks for him in terms of pre-season, so hence why this video has taken a while to come out. we're here to chat, and we're still going to be doing it, and we're still going to continue to do updates. And I can't wait in 4 weeks to show you what we get up to in Singapore. And that's going to be so much fun. I love that the sun has just graced its presence on me and it's glowing. But yes, so I'm sure there'll be some videos before I go to Singapore. But yeah, if there are any recommendations, I mean, we have a list and lists and lists and lists on what we're going to do. And it sounds incredibly fun. I'm ready now. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about some other things. I think it's important to make a little, I guess, mention that if you are going through a long distance relationship and you're like, I don't know if I can do this, I don't know if this is for me, that's totally fine. But I think communication is like the biggest thing ever. And it's so important to make sure that you and your partner are very vocal about how you're feeling, vocal about where you're at, vocal about, you know, what you're up to, and just communicate a lot. The physical side is taken out of it, so you get to experience that person emotionally, which is so beautiful. But that means that you can get every phase of their moods throughout the day. And I think it's important to be understanding, but also know that you need to explain where you're at as well. And that's what I think we do really well. You know, if I've had a bad day, it's like, my love, like I am really struggling today, or I've had the most incredible day, update on news, and, you know, he's incredibly happy for me. So that on the flip side as well, he's very vocal when he's feeling exhausted, tired. And for me at the moment, I have to have this understanding because he's in pre-season, and like I said, it is intense training. Like, it is full on. So me having that understanding about where he's at and being like, okay, I'm giving you this little leeway at the moment. It is pre-season and I know you're there for a certain thing and you are there to do your absolute best and give it 100%. And that's what I want for you. You know, this has to be worth it. You're away from me. So for it to be worth it means that you give it your all. And yeah, that's, I think, the biggest thing about long distance relationships is being understanding, but also communicating where you're at. So, you know, in a relationship, there's yourself, there's the partner, there's the relationship. Those 3 things need to be taken care of and nurtured, very much so. So, yes, I just want to say that, you know, during these 2 weeks, it's been great. You know, we've had some very, very deep chats. We've had, you know, times where it's just been, you know, very surface level chats as well. But we haven't really had that many arguments at all. And I think it's due to, you know, both of us having a good understanding. We did have a little argument yesterday, but he had no sleep. When he plays a game, it's obviously very hard for him to wind down. So he had no sleep. He had no coffee. He was fasting because he had a medical test in the morning. So it was a period where I was just like, hello, like, have some empathy for what I'm feeling as well. It was just a silly argument. And then afterwards, we got off the phone and some cookies arrived. So that was him apologizing, and then I rang him after we calmed down. And I think that's important as well. When you give someone space, it doesn't mean they're disappearing at all. It means that you're giving them the time to reflect and process their own feelings, maybe their thoughts on a situation. And this, for me, I need space. Like if I'm in a certain period or a certain moment, sometimes I'm just like, I just want to be on my own so that I can process what I'm feeling. I can understand why I'm feeling like this, and I can reflect on maybe seeing another perspective. So yeah, that's how we handle conflict. Give each other space, come back. He sends me something and I'm like, oh, it's all good again. No, we definitely do have talks about it and make sure that we sort it out, because that's very important as well. Can't just let shit slide under the rug and be like, oh, it's all good. No, you're not going to get away with anything. We talk about things, we have those hard, uncomfortable conversations always, and I think that's what really makes our relationship. So yes, if you are having a long distance relationship, if you are in a long distance relationship, then I hope those tips maybe assist you in any way, shape or form. But yes, thank you for listening to my TED Talk. I'm going to calm these doggies down outside my door, and it's actually quite a nice day. As you can see, the sun is like shining, and I'm going to go for a walk. Hi, my love.
Why are you laughing?
Because I'm laughing.
Don't laugh at me.
I'm not laughing at you.
That's not very nice.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to an inception of us on YouTube. So, I have in front of me
Me.
Aaron, the main character, but then also a few of his packages that have come through. Opening Aaron's deliveries, there's 5 boxes here.
That's the mate one.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's open, babe. Hey, your nails match it.
Oh, it does too.
That's hectos.
That's sick. That's really cool. Well, that's everything for now. All the bottles. Aaron.
Doing, my people. Sorry, I have been MIA. I did say that last week I was going to go on a little bit of an adventure and an endeavour as I had the weekend off, but the medical took 4.5 hours. There was a lot of delays, there was a lot of people. So after that I was exhausted, so I went straight home and then spent the weekend at home, just resting, recovering, doing what I need to do, because obviously my main purpose here is football and recovery is so important to me. So although I want to explore Singapore, I need to look after myself, my body and my recovery first. So that weekend was a write-off, but today is Wednesday. What's the date today? Wednesday the 23rd of July. We have a day off today, but I don't have a day off. I've got my first podcast here in Singapore with a football podcast, so we're going to chat all things football. Obviously the people football supporters of Singapore are going to get to know my story, my history, my plans, etc., etc. So I'm really, really, really looking forward to that. But I've got some very, very, very exciting news. So currently, Arsenal Football Club, AC Milan, Newcastle United are here in Singapore for a pre-season friendlies. I was lucky enough to get invited, and I have tickets for tonight's match against Arsenal and AC Milan. If you don't know, I am an Arsenal supporter. I have been since I can remember. I've visited the Emirates, I've watched them play in the Champions League, and now I get to go and see them tonight in person at the National Stadium in Singapore, and I am buzzing. It's 10:22 now. Kickoff's at 7:30. I woke up this morning and I messaged AMC and I was like, please, can the game just kick off now? I'm super, super, super excited. If you're a supporter of a team, you will understand. If you're not, this is like whatever you're most excited for, or your favorite person, or your favorite brand, or your favorite TV show when it gets released, or you get to meet that person. This is that moment. This is that team for me. So I am buzzing. So yeah, I'm gonna leave from here, my house. I'm gonna go for a walk. Then I'm gonna get on the train and I'm gonna make my way to the podcast. After the podcast, I've got a couple of hours free, which I'm just gonna roam around. And then I'm gonna get to the National Stadium early to see what's going on. I'm sure they'll have a lot of activations around, but also I'm like a kid in a candy store here. I'm super, super, super excited. So me being there early isn't an issue. So I'm going to take you on my journey today where I can. I'll give you snippets of everything. I'll update with you how I'm going. And I will show you Arsenal Football Club tonight. Let's go. Doing, fam. We are here at the podcast. We just finished an episode. It's doing. Rayshan's over here.
Tune in, Sports Minutes.
There you go, guys. Sports Minutes. I'm going to be on it Friday.
There you
go.
Friday, 6 p.m. it drops.
Friday, 6 p.m. it'll drop. So I will leave the link here below in the description. You guys can listen to me chit-chat this and that.
Listen to this one. This man's absolute gold.
There you go. You heard it. I am absolute gold. So yeah, just finished the podcast. We're obviously doing post-podcast chats. It was scheduled for 30 minutes. Clearly, I took longer than 30 minutes. Duh. And yeah, now we're done that, so we're just going to chill out, have a bit more chit-chat, and then, like I told you guys before, I'm off to go see Arsenal. Let's go. I am at the National Stadium. Look at this. Arsenal, AC Milan. Let's go. Come on the journey with me, guys, to watch Arsenal versus AC Milan in Singapore tonight at Singapore's National Stadium. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. National Stadium, Singapore's sports hub. I'm only 4 hours early, so I can't get in yet. That just shows my excitement. But have a look at this. We got Marina Bay Sands. I have no idea, but Singapore buildings. And then down here we have the fan zone, Arsenal, AC Milan. I'm literally like a kid in a candy store. As I said before, Arsenal has been my team since I can remember. I am a professional athlete, but I am still so excited. I'm buzzing for this. I cannot wait. Hopefully 4 hours flies by. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but my adrenaline is pumping and that's all that matters. So I'm gonna figure out what I gotta do. Also where I gotta go. I gotta go to gate 18, but the signage here is atrocious. So I don't know where I'm going, what I'm doing, but I got 4 hours to figure it out. But at least I know that the stadium's there and I'm in the right location. Also, I just purchased the new Arsenal blue away jersey. It is sick. No, I'm not gonna wear it. I'm not one of those. I'd only wear it if I played for them, obviously, but I had to get a memento to at least say that I'd been here, and I bought it here for the event, for the evening. Gate 1223 that way. Sick. That helps. Hold on. Is this stadium covered? Like legit covered? That's mad. I've played in stadiums that are covered before, yes, it's not new to me, but I didn't know this stadium was covered. Decent. Singapore, you know what's up. You know what's up. Wow. Wow, look at this view. Look at this. I'm blown away, guys. I'm blown away. I am so blessed, so fortunate to not only have this experience, but you know, my life. My life is a roller coaster. I've obviously worked extremely hard for it, and I deserve it. I really do, but I also take everything in. I appreciate everything. I get excited for everything, whether it's this or whether it's something smaller, bigger, whatever. I love this kind of stuff. I love it. Free game.
Do that by having a chit chat with some of the top legends from Arsenal and AC Milan over the last 2 months. I'd like to introduce them to you. Could you please give them a warm Singapore welcome when I get them on? Hello, Paco, how are you? Good. It's been a
Unreal. I cannot believe this. Look. Doing. I'm sitting in my seat. Got my pass. This is insane, guys. I am speechless. I don't even know how I'm talking right now. Look at this. Wow. Got AC Milan out there, Arsenal out there warming up. About half an hour from kickoff. This is incredible, guys. I am speechless. I am buzzing. I'm like a kid in a candy store. This is sick. Absolutely love this. Very grateful for the experience. Very grateful for what I've achieved in my life and being able to have the opportunity to have these experiences. We'd usually be training tonight, but we've got a rest day. So I believe in fate, and I think this was fate. So that is the only reason I'm here, because I'm meant to be out training right now, but again, it's a day off. So this was meant to be. I'm going to soak all this in. I'm going to enjoy every second of this.
Kickoff is less than 30 minutes away, but do not forget, this is just...
Wow.
Number 4, Samuel Ritchie. Number 8, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Number 10, and captain for tonight, Rafael. Goal number 1, David Raya. Number 7, and captain for tonight, Bukayo Saka. Louis Cockney, Ismail Kalia, Josh Nicholas, Miles Lewis-Skelly, Max Dowman, Andre Harriman-Anus, Norway for Arsenal and AC Milan.
YouTube.
Actually, you've won.
Yeah, got a YouTube channel. And that's a wrap, guys. Arsenal versus AC Milan. in the books. Got to experience that. That was phenomenal. What is it? 9 p.m. here. Now it's time to get home, rest up, recover, because I have morning training tomorrow, 7 a.m. What an experience that was. As I said, Arsenal is my childhood club, and it was so great to be able to be here. Thank you. Be here and experience that. And yeah, until next time, guys, thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed those snippets. There's Arsenal, there's AC Milan. Aaron is out of here.